Okay, folks, it's now time for my next installment of my Game Every Day in October series. Okay, this time it's going to be Jeopardy for the PS3. Oops.
Please welcome our contestants. Player 1. Player 2. Player 3. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Prefixes.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. Waterworks. Prefixes. Father of the bride. Sports zone. Be fruitful and multiply. And countries by newspaper. Player 1, where do we start?
Waterworks for 200.
A waterfall provides only temporary safety from the Hurons for Alice and Cora in this Fenimore Cooper novel. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is The Last of the Mohicans?
You got it.
Alright.
Player 1.
Be fruitful and multiply for 200.
Multiply 5 times 5 times 5 to get this. It's Player 1.
What is 125?
That is correct.
Or as people say, $1.25.
You get to pick again, Player
Fruitful
1.
and multiply for 400.
It's 3 times 4 times 5 times 6. Player 1.
What is 360?
Select
Multiply
again.
for 600.
It's negative 10 times 6 times negative 9. It's Player 1.
What is 540?
Player 1. Pick
Multiply for 800.
again. 17 times 2 times 6 equals this. Player 1.
What is 34 and 6? What is 194? No. 204.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Yes, Player 2.
204, yep.
Player 2. You start us off.
Waterworks 400.
An old man recalls his time with the Benzini Brothers Circus in water for these large beasts. It's Player 1.
What are elephants?
Player 1.
Multiply for 1,000.
33 times 33 equals this. It's Player 1.
I guess so. What is 1089? Yep.
Player 1, choose again.
Waterworks for 600.
Conrad's Heart of Darkness was inspired by his voyage up this African river. It's player 1.
What is the Zambezi? Oh no, I think that's in South America.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct
I was going to say the
response?
Congo, but I think that might be right.
The correct response is Congo.
Yep, I should have gone with the Congo.
Player 1, back to you. For our next selection.
Waterworks
This
800.
final Joyce novel's ending leads back to its beginning. River Run, past Eve and Adams. Let's hear it, player 3.
Finnegan's Wake? Okay.
Player 3, you're in command of the board.
Waterworks
as we continue,
1000.
right? This author's The Open Boat is based on his experience surviving an 1897 shipwreck. Okay, player 1.
Who is Stephen Crane?
That's correct.
Whew!
Okay, let's get back into
Prefixes
this.
for
Player
200.
Medically speaking, hemo, hema, and hemato all mean this. Okay, player 1.
What is blood?
Good. Select again.
Prefixes for 400.
Before standard and marine, it means below. Yes, player 1.
What is sub?
Player 1.
Prefixes
Pick again.
600. Ooh, answer there, the Daily Double.
It's the Daily Double. And you have the lead. How much?
You know what? Let's make it a true Daily Double.
Answer. Before biography or graph, it means self.
What is auto?
Congratulations, you're still in first, player 1. You get to
Doubled
pick
my
again,
score.
Player 1.
Prefixes for 800.
It puts the fire before techniques and mania. It's player 1.
What is pyro? Hydro is water.
Please pick again.
Prefixes
player
1,000.
1. This prefix turns 1 byte of data into about 1 billion. Okay, player 1.
What is giga? All right.
Player 1.
Sports
back to
Zone
you.
for 200.
When a basketball player goes walking with the ball too long without dribbling, it's called this. Are we there yet?
I should know this. What is traveling?
Yes, player 1. Yes.
$8,000.
Player 1. back
Sports
to you
Zone for 400.
next. Here's Kelly from our Clue Crew with the clue.
Sluggers try to get backspin on the ball because it makes air move faster over the upper surface, providing this elevating force on the underside.
Yes, player 1.
What is top spin? Oh no, maybe it's lift.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Okay, player 3.
Lift.
That's right.
Yep.
Way to go. A lot of clues, a lot of categories.
Countries by
Player 3.
newspaper
Make
for
us
200.
El Sol de Tehuacan, the Acapulco Times. Player 1.
What is Mexico?
Yes. Player 1.
Sports
Make a
Zone for
selection,
600.
please, as we continue. Every spring, the Augusta National Golf Course hosts this famous tournament? Let's hear it, player one.
What is the Masters?
Player one,
Sport-
you pick again.
Sports
please.
Zone for 800.
Tony Stewart lives life in the fast lane as one of the big names in this type of auto racing.
What is
Player
NASCAR?
one.
Funny they have Formula One as a choice. There's a waiter in
You
Assaggio's
again,
in my
player
area
one.
that's actually into Formula One racing. Sports Zone 1000.
In 2004, she became the first soccer player to carry the U.S. flag for the Olympic closing ceremonies. It's player one.
Who is Mia Hamm?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
You get to pick again, player
Newspaper 400.
one. The Brunswickan, the Edmonton Examiner. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Canada? It's a motocross series that I
We
followed there
return to
too.
you, player one.
Newspaper for 600.
Haaretz, GEDIO October. It's player one.
What is Israel?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
We return to you, player
Newspaper for 800.
one. The Cape Times, the Volksblad. Player one.
What is South Africa? Mm-hmm.
Player one. Choose
Newspaper
again.
for 1,000.
The Daily Punjab, the Balochistan Post. It's player three.
India? It is not India.
That's incorrect. Any other takers? Let's hear it, player one.
What is Pakistan?
That's correct.
Uh-huh.
You get to pick
Father
again,
of the bride
player one.
for 1,000.
Days before the 1992 election, this candidate accused the GOP of trying to disrupt his daughter's wedding. We're talking about Ross Perot.
Hmm.
We return to you, player one.
800.
9 weeks before he died, this Broadway lyricist got his daughter to the church on time. Yes, player one?
Who is Oscar Hammerstein?
No, that's
No.
not. Anyone else? Here's what we wanted. Alan J. Lerner.
Oh.
You again, player one.
600.
In 2002, Ralph Steadman, who took a wild trip to this city with Hunter Thompson, went back to see his daughter wed. Here's the correct response. Las Vegas.
Oh.
Player one, choose again.
400.
On November 14th, 1973, his daughter Anne got married at Westminster Abbey, with 500 million watching on TV. Yes, player one?
Who is Prince Charles?
Sorry.
No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the response we were looking for. Prince Philip.
Oh, Prince Philip.
And we'll wrap up
And the last
board
one?
with this clue. This steel man who gave away $350 million gave away his daughter Margaret at her 1919 wedding. Here's the correct response. Andrew Carnegie.
Hmm.
The selection will be yours, player three, when we return from this break. We start the Double Jeopardy categories with this one. On the map.
M in quotation marks.
Wolfgang. Country music. Body basics. The Mediterranean Isle where... And U.S. museums. Player 3, you're in command of the
Country
board.
music
As we
for
continue.
400.
At his wedding reception in 2006, he serenaded bride Nicole Kidman with the song Making Memories of Us. Yes, player 1?
Who is Keith Urban? It couldn't be Tim McGraw. He was married to Faith
Player
Hill.
1, you start us
On
off.
the map for 400.
Counties in this U.S. state include Jones, Jasper, and Jefferson Davis. Okay, player 1.
What is Missouri? No.
Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's the correct response. Mississippi.
So Mississippi. On the map for 800.
And I'll hand it off to Jimmy.
One of 8 starts with M. It's the state seen here.
It's player 1.
What is Michigan? Oh no.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I think it's Minnesota. Tired of this doing.
Here's the response we were looking for. Minnesota.
Yep.
Player 1.
Map for 1200.
Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. What'll it be?
I'm gonna take a big chance here. 9,000.
And the clue. There's a Shatner building at McGill University in this city where William Shatner was born.
What is Montreal?
That puts you even further
20
ahead.
grand.
Player 1. Back
Map
to
for
you.
1600.
This former Soviet republic lies between the Prut and Dniester rivers. Okay, player 2.
Moldova. Okay.
Player 2, you start us off.
Body basics for 400.
Here's Sarah with the clue.
When swallowing, the soft palate is raised to keep food from entering the nasal cavity, and this flap of cartilage moves to prevent food from entering the trachea.
Yes, player 1.
What is the uvula?
Nope.
No.
All right. Anyone else? Player 2.
Epiglottis?
Yes.
Or the epiglottis.
Please pick again. Player
Body
2.
basics 800.
Pink, red, or purplish. A port wine stain is a large one of these, usually on the face or neck.
I'm staying out of this one.
Here's the response we were looking for. A birthmark.
Oh, birthmark.
You get to pick again, player 2.
Body basics 1200.
Also called leukocytes, these blood cells defend the body against infection. It's player 1.
What are white cells? Yes, I picked the right one.
Okay, let's get back into this.
On the
Player
map
1,
for
you make the
2000.
next selection. According to the New Testament, a battle of good versus evil will take place on a hill in this town Joshua captured. Here's the response we were looking for. Megiddo. Please pick again, player 1.
Oh gosh. Body basics for 1600.
The dura mater is the outermost protective layer that covers the spinal cord and this organ? It's player 1.
What is the brain?
Right. Please pick
Body
again,
Basics
player 1.
2000.
Unfortunately, high cholesterol can lead to atherosclerosis, in which these blood vessels become clogged. It's player 1.
What are arteries?
Right. You get to pick again, player 1.
Wolfgang 400.
In a 12th century beast epic, Isengrim is a wolf who battles against the sneaky Reynard, one of these animals. It's player 1.
What is a fox?
Yes. You again, player 1.
Wolfgang for 800.
In a medieval legend, the town of Gubbio is terrorized by a wolf until this saint greets it and tames it. Yes, player 1?
What is St. George? No.
Anyone else? Yes, player 2.
St. Francis? Okay.
Player 2, you start.
U.S. Museums for 400.
You can get customized Gree bags at the historic Voodoo Museum on Dumaine Street in this city. Okay, player 1.
What is New Orleans?
Yes. Player 1, you're in command of the board as we continue right
Wolfgang for 12.
now. Raksha is the mother wolf who raises this human boy in Kipling's The Jungle Book. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is Mowgli? I can't stand the Jungle Book, but I do know
Select
this.
again.
Wolfgang for 16.
This Jack London wolf character survives years of dogfighting and finally finds a compassionate human owner. Yes, player 3?
White Fang? Okay.
Correct. Player 3, where do we start?
U.S. Museums 800.
As this society has a long history, maps were the theme of a major 2007 exhibit at its museum, Explorers Hall. Here's the response we were looking for. National Geographic.
Oh.
Player 3, back to you.
U.S. Museums 1200.
You can ham it up at a museum in this Virginia town. It houses a ham cured in 1902. Player 1?
What is Alexandria? No. I don't think it's Richmond. If it is, I'm shocked.
The correct response is Smithfield.
Yep, the other one's Smithfield.
Please pick again. Player 3.
Wolfgang for 2000.
In her novel, The Plains of Passage, a wolf named Wolf is the hunting partner of a cave woman.
Oh gosh.
The correct response is Jean M. Aul. Player 3, back to you for our next selection.
Mediterranean
A colossal
thing.
ancient wonder collapsed following an earthquake in the 3rd century BC. Okay, player 1.
What is Rhodes?
That's it.
Huh.
A lot of clues, a lot of
Mediterranean
categories. Player
Isle
1,
for
make a
800.
selection. Play with the clue.
It's the Mediterranean Isle, where you'll find this Baroque fresco, and where the Knights Hospitaller reigned until 1798.
Ah, yes, Kelly Miyahara. She's also the announcer on
Here's
Sports
the correct
Jeopardy.
response. Malta.
Oh, Malta. And my personal favorite
We
crew
return to
member,
you, player 1.
Country music for 800.
At the 2010 ACM Awards, this American Idol became the first woman to win Entertainer of the Year twice. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Kelly Clarkson?
No.
No. Maybe it's Taylor
Any other
Swift.
takers?
I've got a big lead. No need to be complacent.
Player three?
Taylor Swift?
No, that's not.
No, it's the other one. Carrie Underwood.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Player two. You got it.
Carrie Underwood, yep.
Okay, let's get back into this. Player
Country
two,
music
you make
1200.
the next selection as we. This Dolly Parton song topped CMT's list of the 100 greatest love songs of country music. Yes, player one.
What is I Will Always Love You?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Whitney Houston
A lot
also
of
sung
clues, a
that.
lot of
So more
categories.
Whitney
Player
Houston.
one, make a selection.
Country music for 16.
His first #1 country hit and first top 40 pop hit was 1975's Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. Here's the correct response. Willie Nelson.
Okay, Willie Nelson.
You again, player one.
Country music 2000.
It's never too early for happy hour in It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere, a hit for Alan Jackson and him. It's player two.
Jeff Walker? No.
Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Let me try it.
Okay, player one.
Who is Jimmy Buffett?
Nice.
Yep.
Player one.
U.S.
back
museums
to
for
you.
1600.
The U.S. Space and Rocket Center in this Alabama city contains a vast collection of rockets and space memorabilia. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Huntsville?
Yes.
All right.
Player one. back to
Museums
you.
2000.
An arm of the Simon Wiesenthal Center, the LA Museum of This, teaches about bigotry, racism, and the Holocaust. It's player one.
What is tolerance?
You got it.
All right.
Player one, back to
Mediterranean
you
Isle
the
for
next
2000.
selection. Daedalus was imprisoned. Let's hear it, player two.
Crete?
Yes.
Okay.
Player two, where do we start?
1200.
Sappho styled her stanzas. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Lesbos?
Right you are.
Yep. And the
we'll
last
wrap
one
up
is
for
mine, and it's the
this-
other daily double.
Yes, sir. The second daily double. You are currently in the lead. Please enter your wager.
2000.
Here is your clue. Penelope waited for Ulysses to return.
What is Corfu?
However,
It is not Corfu.
we're talking. About Ithaca.
Ithaca, the other one. Okay. But
I'll see you all for Final Jeopardy. in
I
just a
have the game locked.
moment. Everything depends on Final Jeopardy, of course. So let's take a look at the category, shall we?
Poetry.
Please enter your wager.
$5,000.
And now the final clue. In a poem about this battle, Robert Browning wrote, "To Acropolis, run, Pheidippides, one race more." you say?
Marathon.
How much did you
Oh,
get
shoot.
with that correct response?
I was going to say marathon, but
What did you put as your response?
marathon, yep.
And this correct response will add how many
1700.
Did you
6100.
come up with the correct response?
No, I said Waterloo.
And that will set you back.
Just cost me $5 grand, but that's pretty good.
Come out
25
ahead as our
grand.
champion, player one. So long, my friend.
It really pays off. Okay. But I did good. That $9,000 wager I did really paid off. See y'all then.